They had all these great things, the red pusher, the black dial, the flyback chronograph, but all these elements cluttered over a wide variety of watches. But now Hanhart has put it all together. Welcome to Caseback Watches. My name is Tim, and in this episode the Hanhart 417 ES Heritage Flyback chronograph is our topic. And as said, here you find all these iconic elements Hanhart is famous for. So black dials, the red pusher, the coin edge bezel, flyback chronograph. Here they all put these elements into one watch, because before that you had several models, for example with a red pusher, but then with some sort of panda dial, or in the wrong size for many people. And so what Hanhart did is basically to ask the crowd, what do you want from us? And then they put together this really nice watch. And I presented this watch first in Watch of the Week, the little video series here every Monday where I deliver updates about recently introduced watches. And then I reached out to Hanhart to grab that watch for an in-depth review, and I had here the chance 1 week to test it, to check it out, to wear it. Was a pleasure. And to tell you the truth, this is an independent channel, so I'm free to tell you everything I want. And I often share also negatives with you. But in this case, I had a hard time, because there is nothing really visible what you can see as a strong downside. I mean, you can say that the genre is not for you, or the coin edge bezel, for example, is not for you, but these are more decisions made by us, made by our taste. But to spot something which really is off, this was extremely hard in this case. In fact, I didn't find anything I would consider a strong weakness. Even the price. I mean, sometimes we find basically every watch too expensive, but the more realistic view or approach is, of course, to compare prices to find out if a watch is overpriced compared to other models. And here you have a flyback chronograph with a 2 as the first digit, and normally these watches go for 3,000 and more. And so even the price here is really okay. And so if you find yourself sneaking around Hanhart for a couple of times, waiting for the perfect watch for you, I think this could be it. And important to know is that this watch comes in two sizes, 42 and 39. And now enough talk, let's go into the light box, let's check it out. Okay, and here we are with the Hanhart 470 ES Heritage Flyback chronograph and all the mentioned iconic details. So the coin edge bezel, the black dial, the red pusher, all together here on the classic Bund strap. And as said, this watch is available in 39mm and in 42, and this is the 39. So case diameter here 39mm. The length lug to lug is 46. The height 13.3, and the lug width here is 20. Then we have the sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating at work right now. And the watch is waterproof up to 100 meters, which of course is a very nice feature, because we have a regular crown, not a screw-down crown. And inside we find the Sellita AMT 5100M manual wound chronograph movement with a power reserve of 58 hours. And the price here for this ensemble here on that leather strap is 2,590 euros, including VAT. So for the dollar price you have to deduct 19% VAT, convert into US dollars, and there you go. I think then you're around 2,300. I don't know this by heart, to be honest. Okay, and now let's dive deeper into the dial. Let's move the hands a bit out of the way so that we can see the iconic logo. And at first glance you see that legibility here is just great. It's just amazing. White on black. And there's absolutely no doubt about the significance of every element here. So we have a classic chronograph layout with a 30-minute counter here on the right. Here are the seconds. The watch is running now. Massive hands, massive loom, and of course the red accents for a maximum of orientation. Very nice. And I like this old Hanhart logo, which goes nicely together with the typography here. So I'm speaking here about the font, for example, of the minute track. Everything here is very well made, nothing disturbing, so it really looks organic. and like an invention from one period of time, from one character. Another single element from that era and from this era, and then from person A and person B. Here everything is neatly in place, I find. And you may note that the dial is not really glossy, so you don't have so many reflections, which of course enhances even the legibility of the watch. So very, very nice. And now let's check out the case. Here you have a marked pusher, then the red pusher, of course, and this is sort of neutral. We have brushed surfaces here, the sides, and high polished facets here. Very nice lugs, not too boxy because they have the facet here to get rid of some material to make it more lightweight. And I mean, it's not really a slender watch, but we have to see it's a flyback chronograph and you need some space, of course, for this functionality. And functionality should be our next keyword. Let's operate the watch. First, you have a hand-wound movement. Sounds very nice. I just love high-end manual wind movements because this is buttery and smooth and just a pleasure to wind them. And now you have position 1 for the time. And this also feels very, very, very nice. And that's it for the main functionality, for the main function, the time. And the flyback chrono now, there you go with pusher 1. You can start it, you can stop it, and you can reset it with the red pusher here. This is the regular chronograph function, and when you want to use the flyback function, then you can reset the thing without stopping it. And this feels a bit odd at the first time. You always are a bit afraid that you could damage something, but it's not the case. You can just reset the thing and it will start again. So if you're a pilot and you have reached waypoint 1 and your navigator tells you 30 seconds to the next waypoint in 5 seconds, then you can just hit the reset button and now you have to wait your 30 seconds to the next waypoint. This is just an example, but this is the logic how this thing works here. And also very interesting is that you can change the watch drastically by changing the strap. Here this Bund strap with the marked clasp is of course an iconic thing, but it's very dominant and it's very it adds to the height of the watch on your wrist. So I like the look like that, but I'm not a big fan of these Bund straps on the wrist. So let's take it off. There you go. This is really handy that you can easily remove this bottom plate here and then you have the watch on a regular dark strap. And here you have Hanhart, hergestellt in Deutschland, means made in Germany. And there you go. And you also can change the watch drastically by choosing other colors for the strap or a metal bracelet. I will show you the metal bracelet in a second. This is a Caseback Watches Cordovan strap available at casebackwatches.com. So this is a little advertising, but I think you can see what I mean. It changes the watch and it's so much fun to play around with these colors. And here you have the watch on metal. And first I wanted to say, forget the bracelet. This is a type of watch you don't need on a bracelet, to be honest. And I mean, yeah, need is a strong word. What do we need in reality? But this is an amazing thing here. It's very, very well manufactured, oyster type, immaculate impression really. Adds something very strong to the watch. See this polishing job here is just amazing. Very substantial, relatively heavy. It will add to the weight of the watch, of course. With that, you have a relatively heavy watch on a wrist. But yeah, I have to repeat myself. This is a very, very well manufactured product. It was a pleasure to alter. Here it works with screws. It was a pleasure to alter. I had some accidents in the last time with bracelets when the tolerances are too big, and this just was a pleasure. So easy. Then you can open it, of course, and there you see it from the inside. This is not a quick set here, by the way. You just can alter it a bit with these 3 holes here to have a perfect fit to your wrist. But yeah, this really was a pleasure to handle. And there you go, 17 centimeter wrist. You see massive bracelet and a 39 millimeter watch head. Not slender, not really slender, but again, this is the functionality of the watch. Alright, welcome back. Let me know in the comments please, what do you think about the Hanhart 417 ES Heritage Flyback chronograph. That went smoothly, I would say. And please visit casebackwatches.com. That's the online shop that keeps everything here afloat and independent. One of the latest products is the Caseback Courier. I'm immensely proud of that thing because it turned out so well, so useful. This is my personal Caseback Courier with scratches all over after hard duty, and what I love most is the sound of the clasp. Okay, and that's all I wanted to share with you in this episode. Thank you very much for your attention, and until next time.